Welcome to Fix My Ride podcast.
Life is a journey, Lord, fix my ride, fix my ride, fix my ride. Life is a journey, Lord, fix my ride, fix my ride, fix my ride.
Today I'm chilled with one of my favorite human beings in the whole world. Could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is NaTasha Nonsigelelo Dube. I am 24, turning 25 this year. Whew, sounds like a very serious age. Yeah, that's me.
I usually start the podcast with icebreakers. So, what's the best advice you've been given, and how has that impacted your life?
Sure. I've been advised so many times, even this morning. But life is personal.
Okay.
Yeah. There's this saying that I've always lived by, lived by, and it says that experience is the best teacher, but it does not have to be your experience, So I said that to one person this one time, and they're like, yeah, I understand, I get it, but life is personal, bruh. Some things you need to experience yourself so that you know how to advise other people or maneuver through it, because you don't want to live theoretically, you need to live practically. So life is personal. Experience things for yourself, learn, make mistakes, grow from it, because everything is either a lesson, or a growing point. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's deep. That's real deep. The second question I'm gonna ask you is, what Bible character do you identify yourself with, and why?
I think Moses. I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm mistaken. When he was sent to do his assignment,
Yeah.
he had this problem of not being able to speak. To speak and to lead. So he had to get his brother to come and so tell his brother, okay, we need to tell these people to do this.
Uh-huh.
I feel like in that aspect, I have a lot to say, but sometimes I can be shy to say that, yeah.
Go down, Moses.
So I'd rather be like to my friend, dude, go and ask, oh, dude, okay, I've got this idea. Just pitch it to them. And then it becomes a good idea. And then I'm like, yeah, good. It's fine. So yeah, Moses in that sense.
Oh yeah, cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Could you share a bit about your background in the church, Tash?
Okay. So I was born in the church. Yeah.
Born in the church, like
Beginning.
literally.
Literally. I was born in the church. I grew up in the church. I've never been, outside the church. So grew up in the church, went to Sunday school, children's church. And went to Impact, which is youth.
Okay.
There I ministered as a musician. First I was a dancer,
Wait, you're a dancer?
Yeah, I was a dancer in a department called Extremes. So I think it was pressure really because all my friends were there. And then with time, I was like, okay, music is my thing, So I went to Thunderbolts, which is the music ministry in Impact.
Okay.
I forgot to mention that I actually started singing in children's church,
Oh, you were still in
and
children's church. Nice.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
you went to the young people, then you danced.
Then I danced. Discovery. Life is personal. I
Okay.
had
Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So did music ministry in Impact, and
Huh?
then went further to the main church choir. I'm serving there right now.
Cool. That's awesome.
So yeah, that's my background.
You're my favorite minister. Just not tell the others.
Thank
Um,
you.
okay. Thinking about back to the early days in the church. What are some of the key experiences that significantly influenced your spiritual growth?
Hmm. You know, sometimes when you're born in the church, when you grow up in the church,
Yeah.
it's hard to really identify where your spiritual growth started from, because essentially you're doing routine. You know,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
wake up, bath you, they dress you up pretty, let's go to church. You know,
Yeah.
so um, I don't think I can exactly say at what point. I just found myself, yeah, having changed, um, not changed per se, but not living the same way my peers were living,
We're
you
leaving.
know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I was living in the way our leaders and our pastors were teaching us how to live, you
Okay.
know. And then with time, I also understood the Bible for myself. And I'm like, okay, so this is how we should go. This is how we should go. So at first it was routine. At first
Yeah.
it was,
Okay.
yeah, routine. Let's do this, go to church, praise and worship. And you're just dancing and, okay, lift up your hands. But why am I lifting up my hands?
I
But
don't
with
know.
time, I got to understand. And at some point, I don't know at what point, but at some point,
I was about to ask, like, what led to that point? Like, what led you to a point where you just wanted to deepen your relationship with Jesus, like on your own? Because you mentioned that at first it was like a routine thing, something that you would do. Because I was born in this family, and in this family we go to church every day, and I
yeah.
just get involved in the stuff that's happening around just because we that's us, we go to church. But then what made you then get to a point, or what led you to that extent, and could you share that part of your story with us?
Um, I guess I saw a lot of my peers um, who are not in the church and not um, spiritual like that, making so many mistakes, which caused them to, I don't know, to disrupt their future in a way, you
Hmm.
know? And um, yeah, I think that's when I was like, nah, I can't live like this, you know? And it's important to stick with God, follow God, you know? Um, and you get there's some people that died along the way because what, suicide, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
most times when you know God, you know, okay, suicide is not really the answer, you know. I can fall back on God, type of thing. So when I saw those things happening, it changes your mindset, and you're like, no, I really need to be um I need to be serious with this relationship thing with God, you know, because it's the only way I can do life. It's the only way I can survive. It's the only way I can make it through. Because, yeah, yeah,
Wow,
I
wow,
think that's it.
wow.
I think that's
So,
it.
like a relationship with Jesus, sort of like or a deeper relationship with Jesus, like a relationship with Jesus, then uh, did put certain things into perspective and did give you
Perspective.
some sort of direction and discipline and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. That's like a beautiful story because I also remember like going to school and I also grew up in the church. I grew up in church because we were all just going to church, in the
Yeah.
Baptist church.
Yeah.
And I never also really didn't have like a personal relationship with Jesus because my lifestyle really on Sunday was on point, but all the other days it wasn't that on point. Even today is not on point, but then I wasn't really living as someone who was following Jesus. So that would be a story for another day. I might share it, but today it's your story. We need to hear your story, and I think it's beautiful.
Okay.
That even though like growing in the church, right? You didn't like leave it like completely because there's some people that have did grow in the church, but at some point when they were older, you were talking about you're now being 24, turning 25 in August. I
Yeah.
forgot the date, but I know you're in August, baby.
Yeah.
Should be August
The last
30 or
one.
31 or 28,
Yes,
29,
31.
31.
31.
I
Yeah.
know, I know Z is 28 or something. I know there's like a whole lot of people that are close to me that are in August.
Yeah.
So when I moved away from home, I was happy because I just send you messages now. There is no gifts, no ice
No
cream,
gifts to
nothing.
give me.
I'm just like, I love you guys. Send an emoji. You're done. Um,
Okay.
now that you are older, you took like it upon you took a personal decision, like you were saying that life is personal. You took a personal decision to follow Jesus for yourself. But we thank God for our parents that gave us that background. Sometimes it's good to have
Yeah.
that background. I have a question here so that I stick to the
Okay.
script. I know I talk too much, trying to learn how to ask people questions, which is sometimes hard for me. So, so how do you like personally connect with Jesus in your daily life? Like, how do you um connect with Jesus? Are they specific practices or disciplines uh that have been particularly transformative for you?
Um, yeah, I read my Bible. Let me not say every day because sometimes I forget, but yeah, reading the Bible,
Mm.
that's how I connect with my God. And worship music. Oh my gosh, I think that's my main, you know, way, you know, to connect with him. Worship music, I love worship. And of course, prayer. Funny thing about prayer, I
Uh-huh.
pray the most when I'm driving.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool.
Like, yeah. My car, yeah, my car is like my war room.
It's
That's
like your
where I really,
sanctuary.
yeah, that's
Cool.
where I pray. I think when people are driving and they just see me like, I'll be like, yeah, it's quiet. It's just me, and I play my worship music there and I pray, no disturbances. Drive to, I don't know whether I'm going to pick up my brothers from school. It's
Uh-huh.
quite a distance, so it's a lot of time to pray. And
Wow.
yeah, a lot of revelations come from those car prayers. And yeah, so sometimes when I'm not driving, when I'm at school, I don't drive. So it's like, ish, you can't pray in the bus, you can't pray. Well, you can, but you can't pray like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, prayer
Wow.
mostly in the car.
So in
Yeah.
other words, we're not limited where we can talk to the Lord, right?
Yeah, we're not limited.
Mm.
We're not limited.
Wow.
But for me, I'm yeah, very free in the car. Like yeah,
So you heard
that's the
that.
thing.
Better find your spot. You better find your spot, like
Yeah,
your closet. I get it. I get it. I
yeah,
get it. Wow.
yeah. So that's how I connect with God.
Wow. So the word, prayer, and taking time to worship the Lord.
Thank you for joining us. Till next time as we continue our conversation with NaTasha. Remember, we love you and God loves you more.